Mr. Speaker, tēnā koutou te whare. To the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Does he support United Nations Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon's statement regarding human rights in West Papua that, quote, "We will do all to ensure that people in West Papua, their human rights will be respected," unquote?
Speaker.
The Honourable Simon Power.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, we support the Secretary-General's call for the human rights of the people of West Papua to be respected. Human rights are universal and indivisible. That is one of the fundamental principles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, drafted in 1948.
I apologise to the House there that I didn't actually officially call question number 4. I was kind of nonplussed by the previous answer to a supplementary question and lost the flow for a moment. We are on question 4. Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
To the Minister. What actions, if any, has he taken to condemn the Indonesian government for the widespread human rights abuses in West Papua brought to light last year in videos showing torture?
The Honourable Simon Power.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the incidents that the member refers to, which I believe are the unlawful detention and torture of individuals, was a breach of international law, and in particular the UN Convention Against Torture. New Zealand plays a particular role in continuing to raise human rights issues with the Indonesian government in that regard. The advice I have is that those involved in the ill treatment of the West Papuans were eventually dealt with by the courts.
Point of order, Catherine Delahunty.
You stated the Minister stated a position but didn't say what actions he has taken to condemn those particular acts of torture, those particular ones.
Well, speaking the point of order, the Honourable Simon
Look,
Power.
I think if the member reviews the Hansard, she'll find that I said New Zealand continues to raise human rights issues with the Indonesian government.
Supplementary question, Catherine Delahunty.
Will he urge his colleagues in Cabinet to halt plans to strengthen bilateral defence arrangements with Indonesia, considering the 10-month sentences given to Indonesian soldiers found guilty of torturing Indigenous West Papuan citizens by burning their genitals?
The Honourable Simon Power.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, no.
Catherine Delahunty.
Will he urge his colleague, the Minister of Defence, to reconsider current plans to visit Indonesia and instigate reciprocal high-level visits, given Indonesian President Yudhoyono's comments that the torture of West Papuan citizens is only a minor incident?
The Honourable Simon Power.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, in respect of the first part of that question, no.
Catherine Delahunty.
Supplementary. What is his response to the call this week from West Papuan representatives that New Zealand should act as a facilitator between Indonesia and representatives of West Papua in peace talks?
The Honourable Simon Power.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker, I missed the last part of that question.
Could I ask the member
wouldn't mind repeating
member please to repeat a question?
Certainly. What is his response to the call this week from West Papuan representatives that New Zealand should act as a facilitator between Indonesia and representatives of West Papua in peace talks?
The Honourable Simon Power.
Look, Mr. Speaker, I'm sorry, I don't have that. On behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I don't have enough information to hand to answer that question specifically. I'm sure if the member puts the question down to the Minister, he'd be happy to respond to it.
Question at number 5, Phil Twyford.
Mr. Speaker.